So I'm gonna hook up the washer today, and I got these cords, cables, they're hoses, 90 degree on each end, and I'm only gonna use the cold one, but they're pretty cool. They even came with like a little wrench thing, so that's pretty nifty. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go find a tool. I don't have to find a tool. So you probably remember from the last episode, video, whatever, that this wouldn't work because this was a problem. So that's why I have to get the 90 degree hose. And my son looked at the back and he says that this isn't pinched or anything, so it should be fine. It's just like at the very end of its ability to stretch, and so I'll use some Velcro if I can get it around here. There's not really a lot of space, but to like hold it in place, because I read that it likes to pop out of the drain thing. And yeah, so I'm hoping I can do some laundry today. I don't know where my laundry soap is, but it's better with water than nothing. So I got the back screwed on. It actually took me about 15 minutes because the other end kept trying to cross thread it, and like nothing I did, no matter how much pressure I was able to put on there, it just kept going on crooked. So I switched ends and it's okay. So we'll see if this does the same thing up here or not. So I need to go find my pliers because it doesn't, I need to turn it, and I read that this can be an issue because they put like a C shape on the hose. But if you use pliers, you can like force it to turn, and then it's okay. So I'm gonna go find some pliers. I need my toolbox. I just don't have the right tools. I just have these teeny tiny ones that are for jewelry making, and I can't get a good bite on here. And my concern is if I try to force it by hand, this part's gonna not be sealed anymore, because yeah. And if I just force it, then same idea. You can see that it starts to twist, and I don't know. I feel like it's not a good idea, especially with water pressure, and it's just, yeah. Grr. For the time being, I twisted it like this, and it allows me to get on there, but I'd like to turn this so that there's just that tension isn't on there. Yeah. But I'm supposed to be taking it easy today, so running over to my storage and stuff is not really supposed to be what I'm doing, because I have a big day tomorrow and I'm supposed to rest today. Frustrating. I may walk over and see what tools my son has, and if there's something I can use. I think I'll do that. Gonna try these. They were the best ones that I could find in over there, so yeah. I don't know why I do the so yeah thing, because I don't do it on other stuff. I do the so at the beginning of the videos. Like when I do TikTok videos, I'll be like so and then blah blah blah, and I do that. But the yeah, that's unique to here. Something just you guys get. I just twisted my ankle a little bit, but that's okay. I've got extra chunk ankles, they can handle it. Success. Dun, it is going the right way now. Woohoo. Amos, what did you do with my Velcro? What did you do with it? Alright. As soon as I paused, he meowed and told me what he did with it. But he waited until I paused. Huh. And now he's chasing me and hitting my feet, because He wants me to trip and die. This is not the Velcro I was looking for. I have found 3 pieces of Velcro. None of them are matching. But there was an actual like pile that I was looking for. And this is, I wanted the Velcro for here so it can hold the drain pipe when it's being in use. So hopefully that's enough to hold it. It doesn't, it moves this way, but it doesn't pull this way. Yeah, I'm gonna run it once without anything in it, make sure it works. I'm like super nervous that it's gonna leak everywhere and cause some sort of like catastrophic damage. I did use the wrench to do like the half or quarter turn. I did a half turn because my hands are not very strong. They say quarter turn, but yeah. And if it runs okay and nothing scary happens, then I can start doing laundry. All right. Do 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 do. Okay. Flash, normal, extra rinse, spin only, normal quick, spin only, normal. Okay, so the double is that. Got it. Load side small. Oh, I guess this like lets you fast forward. Doesn't do anything here. Oh, and it probably helped to turn on the water here, huh? This will be the... I realized that even if it was on the hot water, I wouldn't know because my hot water heater is turned off most of the time. So the only way I'd be able to tell is because there's a smell. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Woo! Woo! I scared the poop out of me, like, because the air, like, it pushed the air that was in the line. Oh, I'm hearing noises. Based on the way the sound was like traveling, I think there was just a line that, you know, was getting water and stuff. That was interesting. I'm just like, if something goes wrong, it's so much water to deal with. I'm gonna go outside and look, just because, you know, the one time we had like a leak issue, it was really noticeable after a couple of minutes because it came like rushing out and under. And I'm gonna do this when it starts to empty as well, just to be safe. I wish I knew where my laundry soap was. It's in my storage stuff and I've looked for it a couple times, but it's obviously something I didn't label. I probably thought while I was doing it that it would be easy for me to remember and associate, and I think I can use the Charlie soap, the liquid stuff, and just do like a tablespoon or something. I'll look it up. It's draining! So it backed up and started coming out on the floor. I'm not sure why it's not staying too far in there. See, it's only like a couple inches. Shit. Shoot. So it's leaking from here, which suggests there's a lot of pressure in there, but the gray water system, well, okay, so there would be water in there because I'm a dumbass and I forgot to close the gray water valve, but I did actually do that. And I'm trying to brain what might be going on. I read that the washing machine goes into the gray water system, but now I'm like, maybe that information is wrong. I gotta be honest, every time you look something up, the information like changes. Even the thing about like using the tape on PVC or metal or whatever, depending on how you Google for it, it comes up with different results. So since the water's trying to get out here, I think if I let it drain and then hook up the hose, maybe that would allow me to empty the washer, I think. Yeah. Okay, well, I need gloves for that, because you. Okay, so I just read something that said that their washer, it seems to depend on the setup, but their washer actually bypasses all the tanks, and you just need to like hook something up, where I'm going to be hooking something up to let it empty. Their RV had a sign in the laundry room that actually let them know that that was the case, but I don't have anything like that in mind. So I guess I'm going to continue doing what I said I was going to do and see how that works. I just want to say that I'm like worried that it's under enough pressure that it's gonna like spray me, and the black water does come out of there. Even though it's been a while since it came out of there, it still has a little bit of a smell, so I'm really hoping it doesn't do that to me, because ew. I was right, it really wants to, so I'm just letting it very slowly, because it did try to get me. It got my foot a little bit. I'm gonna wash it with fire. So the thing that I read said that the only way to know for sure where the water goes is to basically empty all of your tanks and then run water through the drainage pipe and see where it goes. If like you don't have a manual or whatever, because so that's a cool thing about RVs, is I guess the uncertainty of how your RV was, why your drainage was ran. So yeah, I learned a thing today. And if you get an RV that has a washer, verify where it drains. Thankfully I caught it before too much water came out, so I'm gonna pull the towels out that I put down there to soak up, and hopefully it should dry without any major damage or anything. And it tried to do it again. I turned it off before it could overrun, but it got really close. So now I'm not sure what the issue is. I thought I knew what the issue was, but the only thing I could think is that that it is still what it was, and that it's just not draining fast enough. That would be inconvenient, because I don't want to have to open the whole thing and put like the big fatty hose on there. I was hoping that it would be enough, just, you know, because it's a hose putting water in, and then there's another hose putting the water out, right? And there's still a lot of water in there, so because it's still emptying. It's not like super strong, but I mean, if that's not enough, then I just pop off that little finger, that top right there, and I hook up like a big fatty hose. But then, like, if I do that, if I go get a hose for that, and then that's not actually the problem, it's backing up somewhere else in the system, then I just spent money on something that I didn't need to spend money on. I'm reading this conversation about this issue with the washer drain for a specific brand, which is not the brand I have. And they literally, like, within 4 years, each model is plumbed differently. One goes to black water, one goes gray, one bypasses, but you have to open the gray. So do I have to open the gray? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna look under here and see if I can see the... I don't know if that's gonna help me figure out where things go, but can't hurt. Well, the water spilled down in here, which isn't great, but it's better than being on the other side where all the electronics is. This is just my cleaning stuff. I'll leave this open so it can dry, but that also means the water did get down underneath the floor a little bit. Okay, so I am pretty sure this one right here is the one. It's dripping on me. And it goes back there, which doesn't mean that it's not going into the black tank. I mean, we see stuff here going into the black tank, but this was for the toilet, and that's the exhaust thing over there. I guess I don't understand, if it was going to the black tank, why it would have been pushing out over there the way it was. I don't understand the idea that it's bypassing, but you still have to have one of the tanks open. Like, I don't understand that. And I'm not finding information for my specific model. I'm gonna try again on my laptop, because sometimes my search results are different there. So I didn't get any new info. Like, I got different results, but the info was the same. And my options are that the water from the washer either bypasses the tanks, it goes to the outside drain. Some systems you just can like hook up a hose and that's it. Some systems you actually have to be hooked up to the sewer, and it has something to do with pressure and stuff like that. I think the fact that it was draining at all, like, that's probably not the case. It's maybe some of the other options are that the bypasses are not 100%. This part confuses me. I don't understand it, and nobody was explaining it in a way that my brain could, I need to explain it in a different way, but that some of them bypass the tanks partially, and so you have to have the valve for whichever tank that's relevant, and you don't really know unless you know, open. But the water was coming out without either of the valves being open. The water was not stinky, so I don't think the black tank is involved at all. Could be the gray water tank. Or that part's working fine, and there's something in the line itself. Either there's, like the valve, there's like a valve or something, pressure valve, that might be bad or not installed right, or something. So one of the things that's recommended that I saw in the community discussions was taking like a snake or coax cable or something, and you just go down through there, and make sure you have like a clear path. And if the valve is stuck or whatever, you could potentially unstick it while doing that. I do have a snake somewhere, so I'll have to see if I can find it. And then the other option is taking the cap off completely with a bigger hose and seeing if it just needs more throughput. I think there's a hose underneath where the area that I taped it closed. I think there might be a hose in there, so I may untape that, and which is annoying because I literally just taped it the other day, and see if I can get the hose out, hook it up, and see if it backs up when it's got more throughput. I'm really tired and I need a nap, so I'm gonna go take a nap now and see what my brain wants to do after this. I'm at minimum gonna try to drain the rest of it out, even if I have to turn it on and drain it bit by bit until, you know, it's out. And then let the area dry out. Like, I'm gonna keep the door open and stuff. And yeah, I need sleep though. And one of the things I wanted to get, I just haven't, was like a drain pan to put underneath the washer. And in this case, the drain pan wouldn't have even like stopped the water from getting to the floor, because you'd have to like seal it against the wall because the water ran all down the wall. So then I almost don't feel bad that I haven't gotten one yet, even though I should get one. I had a nap, and then when I was waking up, I remembered that I got this because I was like, oh, how am I going to get the stuff I put on the side of the washer to help it dry out? Let's see if I can get it. Oh, yeah. Into another one. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to run a fan just directly blowing in this area just to help it dry out, you know, because I'm sure there's water that got underneath and stuff that the towels weren't getting to. And I'm going to leave this running, that's exhausting out, so the humidity will hopefully be pulled out, at least in part. I decided I'm going to try the bigger hose. I just can't do it today or tomorrow because I'm busy. So on Sunday, I'll try the bigger hose and try emptying it and see. I'm getting a phone call. Xfinity has been bothering me because they say there's something wrong with my connection, but it's been working okay, so I don't really want to deal with them coming out because the Xfinity guy who did the install didn't bury it the way it was supposed to, and so just concerned that somebody else will come out and be like, this isn't right, and you're gonna have to pay a bunch of money in order to have internet. And yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Anyway, so I'm gonna try doing it with the big hose, so that has like lots of throughput, and then if it backs up, then try it with the gray water open, and then if it backs up, run something through the drainage and see if there's something there. I might do that first, but I kind of want to do it the other ways and just see what happens first, because I'm curious. And if I do, well, yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter if I do it one thing at a time. I should be able to figure out what the issue is and not have a forever mystery. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do that Sunday. I should probably try to empty the washer somewhere, but maybe a little later.